A very good evening to you all. Yes, it's 6 o'clock. That means it's a one-day special, a brand new one launching tonight as well. Now, we did hear some rather relaxing music there at the top of the hour. I don't know how relaxed we are in the studio. We're going to meet our new guests, new suppliers here to Hochanda, but you may recognise them. Which way am I going to go first, left or right? Or we can't do it all together, can we? But we've got the Dreamees here, and of course that means we've got Hayley and we've got Carol. So we're going to say good evening to Hayley first of all.
Hello.
Hayley, how are you? Are you feeling relaxed?
Not really.
Oh no, you'll be absolutely fine. I do know that. Oh, cannot wait for this show.
I know.
And of course, we've got to say good evening to Carol as well. Here she is. Hi,
Hello.
Carol.
You all
How are
right?
you feeling?
Yeah. Yeah, fine. Nice to be here.
It certainly is, and we know each other, don't we? I am
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely delighted to be launching this hour, and I can tell you, or I was just going to say to everybody out there, please do email in and show your support. I don't even need to say it because those emails are coming in thick and fast already, saying welcome to the Hochanda family, ladies.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having us.
I'm sure we're going to get many more as well. Now, of course, it is all about a one-day special, but before we go any further, let's just ask the ladies a little bit about their background as well, because there may be people that haven't seen the Dreamees before. So, Hayley, where did it all start?
Oh gosh, it's nearly 11 years ago now.
Is it really?
Yeah, I started Dreamees when I was 18. So I started it fresh out of sixth form, and the story is I didn't want to get what I'd call a proper job. So I wanted to craft for a living, and amazingly it turned into a proper job. You know, it's turned into this flourishing business, and we've been around obviously 11 years now. We started with CDs, then we've gone on to stamps, we've done Dinkie Inkies now, which are launching today. We've got so many different products that I can't wait to bring.
Oh, wow. And where does this lovely lady to my right come in then? Is this your sister?
Not quite.
I'll take that, Catherine.
I'll take that. Because it is a family-run business, isn't
Yeah.
it? This is your mum, Carol, of course. Oh, lovely to see you both here, genuinely.
you.
We are
Thank
so
you.
delighted. And wait until you see what we've got on offer as well, because we're starting with the one-day special itself. And I'm very impressed with something else as well. Waiting to see the boards we've got. These ladies are really organised. Now, when it comes to the Dreamees Shades of Sparkle, this is your complete Dinkie Inkies collection. Now, straight away, you can see you've got an £11 saving. There is a Freedom saving as well. Look at this one, £17.19 for your Freedom member, and it still gets better because, of course, the ladies here during our Flextravaganza event, that means, of course, you can split the cost as well. So 2 payments of £27.86. This is a huge bundle as well. Now, you're getting paper pads. There are 5 of them, all different. But not only that, you're getting 5 of the Dinkie Inky sets as well. And we're not just talking about those little ink pads. We're talking about the re-inkers as well. And, of course, you can do other things with these. We're going to ask the ladies how we can use these throughout the shows. We've got samples to show you as well. But let me show you these magnificent boards. Do you know why I love these so much, everybody? Not only have we got a board for each of these paper pads, but look, you can see exactly what complements with the papers as well. So when it comes to those Dinkie Inkies, yes, you can see exactly which ones go with which. And you have got that sparkle in there. Now, we're off to a busy start. I've not even shown you properly one board yet. Already 10% of the one-day special has gone. You do need to get in here quickly. I was almost going to say at the start of the show, that relaxing music, I thought that was the calm before the storm, because I'm expecting it to be very, very busy. There you've got your luscious purples. There's your paper pad and those Dinkie Inkies as well that'll go so beautifully with them. Now, what we're seeing here, I'll ask Carol you this time, because when we're looking at the boards, Carol, we're seeing kind of a split focus here. Is this because we've got double-sided papers?
It is, yes. They're all double-sided, and you get 12 of each. So, you know, each one there, as you can see the diagonal, that is one paper, but you get 12 of those.
Wow.
So you get 48 altogether.
These are
But we
beautiful
went
as
for
well.
12 of each, because then you've not got to think, oh, I've only got 2 of that, or I've only got 1 of that, or, you know, so that's why we've gone for 12 of each of those.
Stunning, absolutely stunning. The toasty ones there. Now, this is another one that I absolutely adore. Totally timber you've got here. Those beautiful weathered wood effects. You've got dots in here as well. Those gorgeous colours of the inks. They do complement so prettily, don't they?
They do, and that particular one, I think, will be a go-to for whatever you're creating. You know, the wood effect and everything.
Now, what I'm going to tell you as well, we are so busy out there already. well, I'm going to tell you two things actually. I'm giving these a wiggle because I want you to see the sparkles in the inks as well. But also, we're just going to give you details at the bottom of the screen for the paper pads individually. So if anybody wants to go for those or add in further ones to their one-day special, you can do. All 5 at the bottom of the screen there, $36.45. Individually, per pad, they're $9.99, but you can get the bundle of papers on their own. Perhaps you're going for the one-day special. Perhaps you want to go for extra papers, including, of course, that full bundle yet again. I can tell you, oh ladies, you might be going home early at this rate. A quarter of the stock of the one-day special has already gone. We are 6 minutes into the show.
She's giving me signs, Catherine. I'm going,
Oh, I'm so delighted. I really, really am. I can tell you the emails are flooding in as well.
That's lovely.
Now, we're still looking at these boards. Oh, look, blushing. That's what we've got here. Oh, you ladies look like you're blushing already. I think you get starting to panic a little bit. Are we going to get to demonstration? That's what I want to know. We will. We'll make sure we do. Lots in allocation, of course. That means we've got stock in baskets. Don't forget to check those baskets out if you don't want to miss out. Oh, how pretty is this one? Oh, that gorgeous green with the purples and the blues there. Doesn't that work so beautifully? Oh, all 5 of these paper pads with the Dinkie Inkies. We're back to the beginning there with the luscious purples. Let's have a look at those inks as well, ladies, because when it comes to the ink pads, lovely size. You've got the nice small ones, haven't you? You've also got the inks that go with them as well, so they correspond. You can re-ink the ink pads?
Yeah, absolutely. So the ink pads themselves are about 1 inch square.
Yeah.
So they are dinky, but they don't necessarily come overly juicy, these ones, because we've had problems in the past where they leak in the packaging.
Yeah.
So that's why we give you the re-inker as well, so that you can just pop a few little dots on there, re-ink it as and when you want to. But by having the ink separate as well, you can do so many more techniques with that. You can do your spritzing, obviously you can use it with your daubers, you can go really to town with all the sparkle that's on these as well. But it's subtle enough as well. If you water it down, it's not going to overpower your projects.
No, that's a good point actually. And going back to the papers as well, Hayley, the papers are uncoated, so we can ink on top of the papers.
Yeah.
We can spritz them. We can do all those different things as well.
Absolutely,
so
yeah.
lots of options for you.
We wanted
really
to put the papers with the inks as well, because a lot of people say, oh, I've not got papers that perfectly match my inks. So we were like, right, okay, we can fill this gap. We pick the Pantone colours then of the inks, and then we tie those in with the paper pads. So as you're inking the edges, it's always going to tie in and work.
Now we're just looking at a swatch here as well with some of these colours on here. Now we're going to try and come in nice and close. Hopefully you can see the sparkle in there. I'm loving the sparkle actually. Chocolate syrup. Oh, the names as well. Oh, gorgeous names. It is subtle. It isn't overpowering, and that's what I love about this as well. Oh, wow. I'm getting updates constantly. Is that the one-day special? Half the stock gone? No way. Oh. Oh. We're not letting you go anyway. You've only just arrived. You're still. We'll find something for you to do. Don't worry. Don't think we're going to let you off the hook that easily, Carol. Now, of course, we've got more to show you as well, but I'm still showing you the effects of these inks here as well. Now, a little bit of glitch you can see as I'm just flexing this here as well. So when it comes to those inks, the splatters in the background, we can do that with the re-inkers as well?
Yeah, absolutely. So the more you water it down, you'll probably find the more sparkle you get as well. So you can be really conservative with the way that you use these.
Amazing. Oh, wow. Absolutely gorgeous. It is so busy out there, I cannot tell you. It really is. Let's give you those details again. 642386 is the item number. Take advantage of the Flex Extravaganza, of course. Freedom members, you've got the biggest saving, of course. A £17.19 saving, bringing that price right down for you. And the Flexi brings it down to £27.86. Remember, you are getting 5 individual paper pads here. These are double-sided papers. There are so many different designs. Then you've got the ink and the re-inkers that correspond so beautifully. Those boards again. Oh no, you are kidding me. What? We are approaching limited stock on the one-day special.
I wish I'd have bought me bell. I'd have been running around.
Check your baskets. I'm just looking at the clock now, 10 minutes in and just a couple of seconds. Please check your baskets out. I'm getting all shivery. Oh, I'm so pleased. 642386. Please go to the website though. We've got so much more to show you, but we want to get to demonstration as quickly as possible. We've got stamps, we've got dies for you as well. We're not going to do the full counter right now because we do want to get demonstration. We've got both Hayley and Carol who are going to be demonstrating for us. Don't miss out on the stamens either. Whoa, I'm just looking at the size of these bundles of stamens and seeing the price there. Oh no, we've got news. No. I know what's coming. No, you're kidding me. We have technically just sold out.
Right, I'm off then.
Oh, I did say the calm before the storm, didn't I? Oh, that is it. The one-day special has just sold out. Now, what can we do about that? Right, okay. Now, in anticipation of this possibly happening, we've got a few more on extended. Now, these have got to be on extended from the 18th of January. So if you have just missed out, don't hesitate. Please get the mini baskets, check it. I don't know how long that extended stock is going to last. Oh, what a busy start. 10 minutes in and it's gone. Oh, dear me. Oh, let's get on with demonstrations before we sell out of anything else. Hayley, we're going to go straight over to you.
Right, so I'm going to show you all of the different ways that I use the Dinkie Inkies for. So I've got this one is called Cobalt. So this is kind of like a navy. And I've just got one of the feather stamps that's in one of the sets on the website called Dream Big. So I'm just going to ink this up, so obviously just bear in mind they are just like any other ink pad. You can do all of your normal stamping and things like that with it, no problem. So I'll press this down and then you can see that you've got the gorgeous ink laid down there. But obviously you've then got your second generation if you want to.
Wonderful.
So that's obviously a lot paler.
Nice.
But then with the re-inker itself, you can then do a lot more techniques. So I'm just going to pop a little bit onto my mat there. And then I've just got one of the water brushes that we've got on the show as well. So I'm just going to take a little bit of water to this, and then you'll be able to see all of the different shades of the colour that you're going to get through there.
Lovely. Look at that.
So obviously you've got your darker if you want to, so you can lay it down really dark, or you can then drag out this colour with your water and get all those shades. So even though you're getting 15 colours, you're getting so many shades in each colour as well.
You're really extending that palette, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know if this one that I did a little bit earlier, this will be a lot easier for me to show you the sparkle on here. So you can see I've got the darker block there. That was done with the actual pad itself. So are we all right with the sparkle?
That is a lovely effect. It's just the perfect amount, I think.
It is. It's more gold in these pads. We have done a few before, but they've been a mix of silver or gold mica in them. But this time we've gone for more of a warmer gold in all of the colours there. So obviously you can do your watercolouring with these. You can take your brush direct to the pad as well if you want to, which is a great way of using it as well.
Wonderful. Hayley, I hate doing this on the first show so quickly, but do excuse me, I've just got to interrupt for a second. A third of the extended stock has already gone. We are going to let Hayley carry on, but I've just got to warn you, please be quick. Don't hesitate, check those baskets out. Hayley, carry on. Sorry about that.
It's all right. I'm just sorry for our buyer, Leah. She's got to figure this out, bless her. Right, so you can also then put it into your spritz bottles. So I've just got one of our little mini misters there, a little bit of water and then some of the ink in as well. So obviously you can get a really nice spray on there if you want to, and it will distribute then and you'll get a lot more coverage than you think you will, so that you can get all the sparkle then. And the more you water it down, obviously, the more you can treat it like just a glitter spray almost.
Yeah, lovely.
So it's really nice for building up your backgrounds, and obviously you can use your daubers with it as well. If I just bring in this, and then if I just make sure that I've got quite a little bit of the ink off there, hopefully then as I go over you'll be able to see that we get the sparkle coming through. So this is actually just watercolour pencils that is underneath this. And then
so you've got a little bit of colour still on your brush with the
a tiny little bit.
I see.
So then you're just getting that nice little sparkle overlaying with all of it.
Oh, wonderful. Now, Hayley, if you give that a wiggle to the front camera, hopefully we can see that as well. There we are. You can just pick that out, can't you? Do you know that is, and it looked as though your brush was almost just water there.
Yeah,
there was
pretty
very
much.
little of the ink
So
on
obviously, with the papers as well, if you want to highlight some areas with a little bit of sparkle, you can do that as well, just by using the colours that coordinate with the paper pads, and then just highlight some of those little bits as well.
Oh, just as you laid that down a little bit more, we really caught that sparkle there. Look at that. Amazing. Beautiful colours as well. And as Hayley has just explained and just shown you actually, you can extend on those colours so easily. Very quick reminder of what we've got in the one-day special. Half the stock of the extended is gone. It is literally flying out. I cannot tell you how quickly this stock is going. £11 saving. This is if you're not a Freedom member. Freedom members, wait until you see that little I don't know the name of it. What do we call it? The L. Spin round, because it will give you, of course, the Freedom saving there as well. £11 for non-Freedom members, £17.19 is the Freedom saving on this one. That's a why not deal as well, isn't it, for Freedom members? So if you're joining for £5.97, if you're not a Freedom member already, join for £5.97. You're still going to make extra savings. And we've got the Flexi as well. Now, we are looking at the one-day special details, but we have got individuals as well. So you can go for the inks on their own as well. Let's just tell you about those. So part of the one-day special, but individually, here's the details for you. You get the full collection there. £36.45, so you're going to get, of course, the shades of sparkle, that's the inks, and of course the re-inker collection altogether, a £26 saving, 826028. But of course the biggest saving is always in the one-day special. It really is. Oh, we are so busy. We'll let Hayley carry on.
So then, if you also wanted to do a big wash maybe, I've just got quite a wide brush and just a little bit of water. So I'm just going to lay down quite a bit of water on here. So just bear in mind, you can use this with all of your different stamping techniques, obviously not just our stamps, you can use them with all sorts. Okay. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of ink and just lay it just along the end of my brush. Like, I'm not going mad at all. And then I'm just going to dip it back into my water a little bit.
Okay.
And then just brush this over. And then you can create your own watercolour backgrounds then. I mean, we've got some watercolours in the paper pads as well. But obviously you can build this colour up as much as you want. The more you water it down, obviously you can just about see a little bit of blue there. But if I just heat this up, and just dry it off a little bit.
Okay. As you're trying that as well, if you wanted to use another colour on top, will you get a natural blend? Will they blend together?
You will.
They
yes.
will? Oh.
So if we wanted to, if I just grab one of the avocado that's in the same collection.
Okay.
And then if we just wet the brush again, and then I'll just pop a bit more green onto there.
Okay. Oh, that's a nice colour.
So you can see that the colours will just work really nicely together. With them being water-based, you can do all of your different watercolour techniques and actually colouring your images if you want to. It's really quite subtle, this, but then if you wanted to obviously add in some droplets, if I just get my water brush, obviously you'd let it dry a little bit more because obviously it'll bleed while it's wet.
Hayley, I'm just thinking as well, because you've got your water at the side and you've been dipping your brush in there, you've naturally got some of the ink with the sparkle and you're dipping into the water, so you're going to have little bits of mica in your water pot at the side as well, aren't you?
Exactly. So then,
am I jumping ahead?
No, you're fine.
I'm good at that, you know. I jump ahead and when people are about to demonstrate something and I've got there first, so I do apologise if I'm going to do that. But I'm just thinking, don't waste the water as well.
No, exactly. So if you've got a bit of sparkle left in there, you can then put it over, like we did with the feather. You can pop it over the top of that, and you're going to get your
put it in a little mister as well and use it for misting.
Yeah. Ooh. Right, so you can hopefully see that we've got a few little splatters on there as well. So you can actually build up that colour if you want to, but there's just so much shimmer in there that at the same time, like if I stamp an image, it's not going to overpower either. So I'm just using, because obviously with it being water-based, you want something like VersaFine.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm just inking up. This is one of the End of Call stamps that we've got on.
Okay. Oh, End of Call. We've also got the water brushes as well.
Yeah.
We've got lots on End of Call actually. So do have a look at those. When you go to check your baskets out, please have a look at these. It doesn't add on any extra onto your postage. So if you're not a Freedom member and you do pay postage, of course, these will be added in without that extra added on top. So well worth looking at those. Oh, you get 3 blending brushes as well.
Yeah.
That's a good buy. I'm just thinking you're going to get the one there and there they are free.
They're the same sort of twisting that I saw, I think, is it Lou that's with Studio Light?
Yes, it
saying
is.
that they twist the wrong way round. A lot of people message us and they say, I can't get in my pens. We're like, yeah, they twist
anti-clockwise would it be?
Yeah, anti-clockwise. So then they won't unscrew while you're painting.
Or it might be the other way around when you're untwisting. Whichever way it is, they're not going to leak on you. That's why it works for them to be like that, isn't it? Sometimes when you're painting and you're going in a certain direction, they can kind of come loose a little bit.
Right, so I'm just filling in this image. So this is tending to be what we usually use them for, the colouring. But obviously with all the techniques that you do as well, they're amazing for everything. And obviously your mixed media, which we don't tend to do that often, if you wanted to use them for all of those stenciling and things like that as well, it's amazing. So hopefully you might be able to see a bit of
that
the
looks
sparkle.
very nice, Hayley. That is beautiful. I love that subtle sparkle in there and the difference in colour just from that very quick colouring in of that one flower. And I've got to say, it is absolutely gorgeous. It really is. The colours that you've chosen in this kit as well and that you're working with complement, remember, the paper so beautifully, but as standalones, do you know, well worth every penny and more. We've got such a good price on these as well. Oh, do you know, we're going to leave Hayley with it for a little while as we do a little bit of a recap and go down the counter. Now, remember, we're already on the extended delivery stock. We sold out within 10 minutes of the one-day special. I can tell you the extended stock is literally flying out the door as well. 18th of January is the dispatch date for the extended. Do not miss out on this. So all 5 of these paper pads, best way for me to show you is these boards again. These are double-sided papers. You've got an awful lot to work with as well, and I love the fact that those inks, you know, you can see exactly which ones are going to work so beautifully with each of these paper pads. This price, this value is just amazing. It really is. I adore this particular paper pad. I've got to say, something's changed with me again this year. You know when you used to hate certain colours and then they change. And green was one colour I just didn't like. Now green is my favourite colour. And I always was a little bit scared of the oranges and yellows, and now I'm absolutely loving them. This is very nice as well. I adore this. Beautiful, totally timber. Look at those colours there. You've got such a lovely mix here, Carol, of, you know, the different backgrounds, the florals in there, the watercolour effects, the stripes, the dots. You can see the sparkle in the inks there as well. Beautiful. That's our blushing paper pad. And there we are, the aquamarine. How pretty is that? Oh, stunning.
I think it's really nice as well that they go with the inks. You know, we had the inks come in and then Hayley waited to design the papers so she got the right colours, so it all worked,
Wonderful.
Because as a crafter, obviously, we want everything to match, don't we?
Of course we do. And I've got to say, Hayley's done such a good job because you can see there from those boards how beautifully they do match. £17 and 19 pence is a saving for Freedom members. And you've got Flexi on there as well. 2 payments of £27 and 86 pence, 642386. Now, we will move down because we have got lots more. We will get to demonstration again as soon as possible. But we've got to tell you about this next bundle because, well, we've got some stamps for you as well. Now, there are 36 stamps available here. This is just amazing. Again, look at that saving, £16 saving, £34 and 97 pence will get you these stamps, 678045. I have got some samples, I've got some boards to show you as well. These are beautiful, they really, really are. Now, if you look at the packaging here, you can see what you're getting for your money. That's the front, actually. When you see the size of the stamps, wait until you see this. I'm showing you this first. Look at that. These are great, Carol.
I know, they're amazing.
Fantastic.
I would say,
beautiful.
I think they're the biggest stamps we've done, to be fair. Yeah,
are they really? And look at this sample as well.
So usable.
I love that.
Obviously, I was doing one of those as like a Christmas door, so you can use it all the way through the year.
Of course, new home. It could be for as well. You've just moved, you know. It could be, sometimes a door, it represents just sort of a new beginning as well. Open the door to other things. Actually, that's very apt for you today, isn't it? Let's show you the next one. I'm going to do the same thing. So this is what you'll see on the packaging. That's the front. And then wait until you see the stamps again. This is the actual size that you get in there. Lovely that you've got sentiments in there as well. Thanks a bunch. And you are one of a kind. Are these layering stamps? Do you lay these up? Is that how they work?
So that is the reverse of the image that you show first. So you do get an instructional sheet in there for how the flowers layer up. So you can create a watercolour sort of image straight away, or you've got all the elements as well if you want to make a little wreath or something like that. And they're really easy to colour in, but also really easy if you've never really done stamping before and built up your own imagery.
Wonderful, and you can see some of the papers being used there in conjunction with these wonderful stamps, and of course that's the whole point about this. Everything works so well together. Now the final one, I'll do the same thing again so you can see exactly what you're getting there. You can see that colouring in already done, inspiration for you for the colours there, but of course the actual stamps, let me turn that way so it's easy for the camera actually. It does work landscape with that boot, doesn't it? But of course you've got another sentiment there as well. Absolutely stunning. And of course samples to show you here as well. That is so, so effective. 678045. So I've just had a good idea from the gallery. We get them every now and again here, Hayley. Not often. I think they're showing off because it's your first show. But Jimmy, our lovely director, said you could turn that boot into an ice skate.
Yeah, you
could. Put a blade on the bottom. Think you need to lace it up though, safety first. Put some little laces in there. Good try, Jimmy. Let's have a look at that. We've got more because I did mention it when we looked at the website actually, the Stamens. This is the ultimate collection. I've never seen anything quite like this. I adore stamens for flowers, you know, whether you're making that out of paper or your paper clay or you're just using them as they are. Hayley, we've got so many beautiful colours here.
Yeah, so you get in 8 different bundles and there's approximately 1,600 in each. So
really?
Yeah, and they're obviously double-ended, so as you bend them in half, if you only want to use a couple, that's all you really need to fill out the centre of a flower. But if you're thinking about maybe the cards that you make to sell, those are such a low cost embellishment that you've not got to think, oh gosh, it cost me 20p, it cost me whatever. You can just put a couple in and it really fills out the card.
It does, and you don't always have to use them in the centre of flowers as well, just into a spray, just with some foliage, it works. Nice that you've got the various different colours, including the white as well. You could dip these in glitter.
I was just going to say you can use them with your Dinkie Inkies, so you can colour tint them and make them sparkly.
And make them sparkly as well?
Yeah.
Oh, even better. £34.92 for the whole bundle. Wow. £5 saving on these. Do you know, as if we needed that saving. Look at the value even without that. 224732 is the item number. Absolutely love those. Then we've got some sentiments for you as well. So we're staying with the stamping theme at the moment. This is huge as well. Look what you've got for your money here. This is enormous. A4 stamp set, 16 stamps in total. Lovely the fact that you've got those different fonts being used there as well. You've got uppercase, lowercase, you've got a mixture of the two. That's what I like to see on a stamp set, something that gives you that individuality on each one of those individual stamps there. 16 of them. May your birthday be filled with everything you're wishing for. You know, that's lovely on its own, isn't it? Your friendship is a blessing. How nice is that? Wishing you everything wonderful. So we're not just talking birthdays, Hayley, we're talking all sorts of occasions, or just cards when we're thinking about people as well.
Exactly, and one of my favourites in there is I'm always here for you. And I just think, especially at this time of year, and with what everybody's been going through last year, it's really nice to just say, do you know what, I'll be here if you need a chat or something.
Oh, that is lovely. And again, you can see using those beautiful papers from the one-day special as well. That was from the Toasty range, wasn't it? The oranges and the yellows. See, I do remember when I like something, I remember the details. £13.49. That's all it is for this whole set of 16 stamps, 044810. And we've got more for you as well, because we mentioned dies earlier on as well, and we've got a whole selection of dies for you as well. So for cutting out those beautiful papers to use with your stamps as well, look at this for value. 15 stamps and 34 dies in this bundle. Brand new today, of course, because this is the very first show for the Dreamees here. $46.99 is going to get you everything you're seeing right now. £10 savings, 013275 is the item number. Hayley, there's so much detail in these dies as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So the idea with these is they're interchangeable. So you've got your stamp, you've also got your outline die that will cut your flower out. So maybe if you've got dexterity issues, that's great for that. But then you've also got the lacy detail, or the like there's a paisley in there that you can put inside your die cut flower if you want to make it fancy. But then you've also got the option of just a plain flower with no stamping and no die cutting on it either. And if you want to add all your inks on there and maybe do some spritzing and things, they're great embellishments.
Beautiful. And you could could layer those up in so many different ways as well. Create your own fantasy flowers. Whoa, it doesn't get much better, does it? Another £10 on these. You know, if you're going for multiple items, you are making savings across the board. 013275. Don't forget you can split the cost. We've got the Flex Extravaganza going on as well, so you can split the cost of these and spread it out a little bit as well. Very quickly, just to give you the final details, I'm just going to show you one or two more samples as well. 013275. I know I've given the item number, but we are so busy. I'm going to keep reminding you of a few things while I've got the chance as well. Some stunning samples here as well. I'm sure you've got lots more ideas of your own, but we will get to Carol as quickly as possible. I've got to tell you though, we had to lock the door. She was trying to sneak off early. She thought she was going to get an early finish. She did, but we're not letting her out. Everything on the website, of course. Please, just one more time, I've got to remind you, check those baskets out. We are so busy out there. There is a chance you're going to miss out on things if you don't check those baskets out. Let's have a look at that website. So, of course, you've got options. The one-day special, which is now on extended. You've got the paper pads individually. You've got a collection of paper pads. You've got the Inky Dinkies there. The Re-Inker selection. These have all contain the sparkle, of course. There they are. You can get the individual colours. If you wanted to go for the paper pads, the boards will show the colours that we recommend you go for. But, of course, as collections, that's where the true value is. Those stamps, amazing value. Again, the Stamens, do not miss out on those. More stamps and dies, and the MDF as well. We've got that in the studio actually, but we don't want to take any more time away from demonstration, so we are going to hand it over to Carol. I think she's been shackled to the floor so she can't move.
I am, they've stuck me down. Right, Catherine, so we're going to create this card now then. So this is an 8x8 card using the blushing papers and also the boot from the Wealth of Watercolor.
Lovely.
So obviously I've got my papers here, got my X on there so I know which way up to put it.
You are so well prepped, the pair.
Oh yeah, try to be. It starts off good and then it goes like, yeah, all right. Right, so I'm just going to start layering my pieces up, and I will cut a few of the dies out as well, just so you can see those cut out. I have got them all cut out ready, but
yeah, it's
nice to see them
live,
actually cut out, isn't it? Right, so we will put a little bit of foam tape on here.
Okay, I did say earlier as well, Carol, but the selection of papers in each of these pads is just beautiful because you've got so much, haven't you? You've got overall backgrounds, you've got the dots, you've got stripes, you've got watercolour effects. You've got that softness about these as well because of the watercolour effect.
You have, and I think we've coloured quite a few of people's favourite colours.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, like the pinks, the blues, the purples, etc. Right, so we're just going to pop that onto there then now. And then I have got a piece here that I've done with, I've put that on the wrong side, but it doesn't matter. Oh no, I haven't. I'm going to put my ribbon on there. That's organised, Catherine. Yeah, organised. So I'm just going to cut a little bit this out just so you can see it. So this is one of the border dies that is in the Loops and Lace collection.
Wonderful. We'll bring the details up on the screen because we didn't see that one down the counter.
Obviously, I won't cut it all out, but you can see you can make that longer and longer. So it's got like three scallops, I'll say, on there.
One. Lovely.
So just pop that through there.
Just showing everybody on the screen what you're getting. It's a beautiful set. Look at that, 44 dies in there for $46.99.
It's one of your go-to. I go to this all the time, this particular set. And that's what the shapes are from as well.
Lovely stuff.
So let's just get this through here.
Okay. Oh, I've got to say, Carol, as well, we are still getting so many emails welcoming you both.
That's amazing.
Here.
I'm pleased.
Wishing you luck as well, saying how pleased they are that you're here.
Thank you so much. That means the world to us. Right, so that one obviously I've cut out, but it would stay in your card if you wanted to. Of course, if you wanted it through, you know, on an edge or anything. But then for this one, I've just layered a little bit more up so that it's going to go across here. So I've just literally moved the die down like that.
Okay, yeah,
and just got it onto there. Okay, so that's how we've created that. So then I'm going to pop a little bit of ribbon across here. That's why my double-sided tape was on that side.
Lovely.
See, I created these a bit ago, and obviously my mind's like wondering what I did yesterday.
Well, I think you were so excited as well about this launch show.
We were. We are, yeah.
Well, and I did come to see you before we went live as well. I've known the ladies for quite some time, actually. I've not seen them for a long time, but we have worked together before. I remember the very first time you appeared on a shopping channel. Yeah. And I was there in the same building at the same time. I was.
Yeah. Because I said to Hayley, that's Catherine Sturrock. And I was so amazed that you spoke to Hayley. She said, yeah, she spoke to me,
Can I tell that little story? It was, do you know, and Meg, one of our producers here as well, was working the floor that particular day. She's moved up to be a producer now, which is fantastic. Who would have known I'd be presenting a show for the Dreamees as well? The very first time I saw you, I did speak to you and I just said, are you all right? Because I knew it was your first day. Are you all right? Are you being looked after? Oh, it's very nice, you know, to see you here.
Yeah.
And I remember you, Carol, saying to me, thank you so much for speaking to us, because I'd put you at ease. And who would have thought? Full circle, literally, haven't we? Amazing.
Yeah, definitely, isn't it? Yeah, it's strange, really, isn't it? How things work out.
I've seen you since at the exhibitions and things as well.
Yeah.
I know they're not happening at the moment, but we've always had time for a chat.
That's nice, isn't it, when we can do that as well.
Definitely.
Right, so this is one that I've already cut out. I'll just show you the dies for this, but this is one what I've already cut out. So we're just going to place that onto there. So again, this paper pad is all the blushing one. So these are from the Loops and Lace. So literally, if you want to cut that out as I have done, you need the 2 dies. So this is how these work.
Okay, lovely.
But also, if you didn't want to cut that particular thing out as a shape, you could use that and it would stay in your card.
Of course.
So that's what we do there. And you have got your layering bits as well, which is the round ones. I think you've got another round one as well in there. So they're all very nice to use. Right, so this is the circle one that I've got.
These dies are busy as well. A third of the stock has gone. We didn't see them live on the counter, but we did show you quickly on a still. In fact, we'll just give you a reminder. There it is. These are beautiful. You've got all sorts in there as well. Look. Beautiful borders and frames. You've got flowers in there as well. We've got foliage in there. There's that little bee I can see.
Yeah, there's a bee
in there.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think there's 3 bees in there. There's a smallish one, a slightly bigger one, and then one that's just like a shape of a bee with detail on.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, no wonder it's busy on this. 626310.
Right, so what I'm just going to do now, I've got some of the Dinkie Inkies, which is frosted tulip. So I've just got some in here, and I'll show it to the screen in a second, but put plenty of water in. But can you see all the sparkle in there? I don't know if you'll be able to see it, even when I've watered it down. You might be able to.
Sometimes I have to tilt it a little bit too much and it might run out, but hopefully we'll see it when it goes on.
Yeah, you'll see it anyway.
On your surface
so what I'm doing with this is just putting a little bit of a spray onto here. So that's why I've watered it down such a lot.
Okay, yeah.
Because otherwise the background was quite bare. So obviously I will save that for another day. Probably use it tomorrow or the later show.
Okay, so you can reactivate that with just a little bit of water?
Yeah, yeah. So don't ever waste it.
No.
That's why I don't like to put it on my glass mat. Sometimes I do when I'm doing lives and things, but then you've got to wipe it away and it's a waste, isn't it?
It is a waste.
And you know what us crafters are like? We need to be using everything, don't we? Right, so we're just going to get some, I'll just put a couple of things on here because I didn't really want to smudge it, but it might smudge a little bit, but that's not a problem.
Actually, I don't mind smudges, you know.
I know, sometimes they are nice, aren't they?
They look great.
But of course, I didn't bring my heat gun, did I? But never mind.
Oh.
Never mind. Right, so then I'm just going to create the boots now, which I've got here. And when you were saying about lacing them, I thought...
Oh, look at this.
Obviously, I've done these previous because obviously getting them through. And then this is just some of the wired raffia that we'll be bringing to you very soon. So I've just got those and I've just done 2 there instead of just the one and layering the flowers up coming out of there. I've just done a pair here, but this would be...
Jimmy's ice skates after all. We've got some laces.
This would be ideal for men's cards as well, for people that walk, you know, go walking and things.
That's a good idea. Walking, gardening as well.
But obviously I've chose to do them pink, just because I want to. And because I can.
Why not? It doesn't matter, does it?
No.
Doesn't matter what colour you choose. If you're happy with what you're choosing, that's all that counts.
Yeah, and then obviously this paper has got that little bit of border top and bottom, so that's why I've incorporated that as well.
Okay.
Just so you've got a little bit of detail on the bottom of the
Beautiful.
boot. But if you wanted, you could colour this bottom bit in or stamp again in black card or something like that.
Well, that's a lovely thing with all of your stamps as well. They're not too difficult to cut out. You know,
No.
even if you don't have the dies that correspond.
That's right,
Cutting out by hand is not an issue with these.
No.
Oh,
Right,
you're doing
so-
a bit of twiddling there.
Yeah, just a bit of twiddle because I don't want them too long on the card. So we just twiddle those round a bit.
Okay.
We will be bringing all these extra embellishments to you as well. But obviously we didn't want to put too much on the show at one time. Right, so I'm just going to pop a little bit of this. So this is the sisal, sisal, however you want to say it. So I'm just going to pop a bit of this up in this top
just as you're
corner.
gluing there, Carol, I've got another update. You
Oh,
know
have you?
the lacy collection of dies that you've just been working with? The lace collection there, 44 dies in total. Limited stock, everybody.
wow.
Once it's gone, this one. We can't get any more stock for you either. We've
No,
checked.
that's right
We've double
on that one,
checked,
yeah.
We've triple checked. We can't get it. Check those baskets out. 626310. Oh, no. There we go. Make sure you've got the... Oh, do you know, I wish they'd been on the counter. I've just fallen in love with those little bees in there and everything else besides.
Right, so the boots I'm now just going to layer up with some foam pad. Just put a little bit on.
Okay, wonderful. And again, just a reminder, all of the paper pads, they are double-sided, but you get plenty of sheets of them as well. How many different designs have we got, Carol, in each pad?
Oh, in each pad?
Yeah.
8.
8 different designs.
Yeah, I had to think then. Yeah. How many have I packed up? That's what I was thinking. Right, so we're just going to layer these two
Oh, that
up.
die collection, it is just sold out. We can't get any more of those, so well done, everybody who got them. Oh, if we do get any bounce backs, we'll let you know. That means, when we say that, just for anybody that isn't aware of it, when we've sold out, sometimes people haven't actually checked out everything in their baskets. If someone doesn't check out, after a certain time, we may get bounce backs. We'll let you know that happens. I've got a feeling it might not, though, because we can't get any more. So do check those baskets out and make sure they're yours.
Right, so I'm just stamping a sentiment now.
Lovely stuff.
Oh, and I've stamped it on the wrong thing, never mind. I'll stamp over that and then that's going to layer onto there.
Okay.
So I normally do it on the white, you see, not on the paper, but never mind,
It's nice
that'll
to
be
see
fine.
the stamping on the pattern papers, though.
Yeah, but obviously with me stamping it in the centre of there, I can cover it
Of
over.
course.
So not a problem. Right, so we'll get a bit more of the foam tape. And then we can start with the flowers. Right, so we'll just get that onto there. And I will put that just up in that top corner as well.
So who comes up with the names for everything? Is it a joint decision
It's
on those?
mostly Hayley and Jimmy.
Oh, I wish you could have seen Hayley then. I kind of looked at Hayley. I said, so who comes up? Is it a joint decision? She went,
Yeah. Yeah, Jimmy
in the
does come up
past.
with some things. But Jimmy's also like, if you show him a paper pad, like a blue, mostly blue or red or whatever. What name shall we call this, Jimmy? Blue, red, green. So that's when Hayley's got to do her little bit then, you see.
for anyone that doesn't know who Jimmy is, can we just tell everybody at home who Jimmy is?
He's my partner. He's our MDF cutter now.
We don't get to see him live on air. Can you not persuade him to come in?
Well, I couldn't in the past, but when he came down for a meeting, he said, I think I could do that. So you never know.
Ooh, he's got to be watching.
Yeah, he
Oh,
is
yeah,
watching.
he's watching.
Jimmy, email in studio@hochanda.com and let us know if you're going to come in, because once we've read that email out live on TV, there's no turning back. Let's see if he dares do that. I'm setting a dare officially right now.
Right, so these are the flowers, which are the paisley petals, which are in the fancy florets.
Lovely
So
stuff.
again, let me just get my pack of these.
Okay, we'll
so
bring
what
the details in for the bundle as well.
What you'd get with these is your stamps, but also your dies. Again, because we don't want to waste the metal, if you like, when Hayley designs them, she designs them like that. So then you've got your outer one, which will just do a normal die cut, but then you've got your inner one, which will cut these out.
Lovely.
But also, if you wanted to do that on your paper, that would stay in your paper.
Oh,
I've got a demo with that later. I don't know whether it'll be later today or tomorrow. So, you know, multifunctional, that's what we all definitely want from our crafting, isn't it?
Multifunctional, that's what we see. When we hear that word, we know, you know, it's money well spent.
Right, so literally, I'm just pulling these up with my fingers.
Okay, so
I have
just kind of
snipped behind each
Lovely.
one. So just ball tool in the centre. A little bit of go-to glue. So this is our own glue as well, which I think you've got some of this on the web.
It might be an end of call.
Oh, is it an end of call one? Yeah,
so.
could be.
We'll double check.
Yeah. So, you know, this is the glue, obviously, go-to glue, what we always go to. And it does work with your MDF as well. Perfect. So, you know, it is a all-round glue. So then I'm just going to do the poker tool in the centre of there.
Oh, and those stamens. Do not forget about these stamens, whatever you do.
Do you know what I'm going to do as well? Just because I can, Catherine. You know what we were saying about
give them a little...
That
picks up beautifully.
Yeah, that is obviously just off the cuff sort of thing. So that is the watered down ink. And then obviously if you want it darker.
And then of course you've got that sparkle in there.
Yeah, obviously you would do it better than that if you was doing it at home. I'm just doing it quick.
Do you know, you go for the stamens, Carol, that's a great way. You know, when you said you'd put that to one side and use it again tomorrow, reactivate that ink.
Yeah.
But while you've got it out there, then maybe just tinge up some of those stamens straight away, so you've got them ready to go another time.
Yeah, and just leave them on your board and then they'd be
I bet the yellow ones just, you know, dipped in the orange there would look beautiful as well. So you've kind of got a multicolour, multi-tonal one.
Yeah, let me just wipe my hand. It's not glue, it's ink. Not blood, that's what I meant. That's the only good thing with using red, isn't it? Right, so I've just glued that on the back just to hold it.
Okay.
These I have done with the go-to glue, but obviously for time, I've just done that one with the hot glue.
Lovely.
Right, so we'll just move that out of the way. So then what we've got up here now, we can use these flowers and just make our little arrangement in this corner.
Now this particular die and stamp collection, this is the one we did see as we did the preview down the counter. I can tell you 40% of the stock has already gone. So again, big stocks on this. We are so busy. I've tried not to give you any more updates than I need to, just to not interrupt any more than I need to, but we have to tell you how busy we are out there. 013275 if you want to go for this bundle. 15 stamps and 34 dies all in the one bundle. Wow.
Right, so I'm just placing those three there. And then we have got some of the leaves which are in the one of the Fancy Florets collection. So I'm just going to pop some of these. So I've just cut these out in the white card just to tie in with everything. You do get two different sizes of these as well, so don't think like, oh yeah, it's the big ones. I don't use big ones very much, but you can also cut them down.
Oh, they've got lots of snippability, haven't they?
Yeah, so that is the smaller one of the two, and that's the larger one of the two. So obviously
there's quite a difference in size.
Yeah, there is.
Nice laid up together as well.
Yeah.
This set's very busy as well. It's still there on the screen for you. It's the same set as I just mentioned there. So the Fancy Florets die and stamp set, 15 stamps, 34 dies, with that saving of £10.
And what I am going to do as well, Catherine, is just grab a couple of these and then just pop them underneath my flowers so they look like they could be like little buds of flowers popping out underneath the arrangement. So don't think of them.
You can easily spare a few extras.
Oh yeah.
Can't you?
Don't think that they have just got to be in the centre of your flowers.
Definitely not.
You know, like if, I mean, fairy doors and such things are big at the minute, or even along the side of that door stamp, just pop them up the side.
Yeah, that would look lovely.
I think we've got some purple ones in there, haven't we? Like lavender.
Yeah, oh yes, of course.
Yeah, so, you know, just have a play, and it's surprising what you can come up with.
They are busy, the stamens. I like the idea of that, a trailer. You know, you could do all sorts of flowers going around your door and use those florets as well.
That's
build
right.
Sort of vines and then put the stamens in amongst them as like flowers. That is beautiful.
There we are. I think
Isn't
we've
that
done
gorgeous?
it.
Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, and you can make a gift box to match as well using the same technique. Stunning. Thank you, Carol. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
I'm going to be as quick as I can with a recap, and then we can get back to Hayley for a final demonstration. So the one-day special, everything basically that you've seen in front of me, we sold out within 10 minutes. We're on the extended stock. That is literally flying as well. So all 5 of those paper pads, you're going to get each of those collections of the inks as well, and the re-inkers, which you've seen now. You can use in so many different ways as well. Freedom members, you are getting the biggest saving. If you're not a Freedom member, become one today, because you're still going to make extra savings. £17.19 is the extra discount there for Freedom members. Just do the maths, it's just incredible value. £55.71, and you can split the cost as well. Split it into 2. Let's spin that around so you can see. Anything above £5 you can split the cost of course, so anything on the counter basically you can get that option. 642386 is the item number. Now we are going to go back to Hayley for another demonstration. We are back at 8 o'clock, but rather than take more time up going down the counter, Hayley, we're going to hand it back to you.
Lovely. So I just thought I'd show you, I added a few more layers to the peony stamp that we did a little bit earlier. So hopefully you'll be able to see all of the different colours that you can get in the peony. So I've used the same cobalt blue there and laid down the colour to start with, and then we've got all the darker edges, so you can actually do your shading with that as well. I don't know if you can see the sparkle there.
Yeah, we can see it.
Oh, fantastic. So the green there as well as the avocado, so they're in the same aquamarine set if you did want to get it individually. So obviously you don't have to buy the whole bundle if you don't want to. You can just get the little bits if that's your budget for today maybe. I'm going to do a quick demo just with the door, the front door, Home Sweet Home.
Oh, wonderful.
So
this is the one we've just been talking about, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So you can ink all of it up like this. If you wanted to, wherever you're thinking of putting your flowers, you can leave that area clear as well, so then you don't see any of the brickwork coming through. Okay. But if you did just want to do a basic watercolour with this, you can just then bring in your browns. So you've got a really nice large image there. So if I just pop this out of my stamping platform. So I was going to use some of the Bronze Beauty, so I'll just pop a little bit onto my mat. And I'm barely even doing any, to be honest. It's so such a small amount that you need for this sort of thing. So then I'm just going to squeeze a little bit of water out, and then I'm just going to highlight some of the bricks there, and I'm going all the way over. I don't need to be too precise at all. We'll just add a little bit of the colour into the brickwork there. It doesn't have to be very precise at all if you don't want it to be.
No, of course not. The only thing to watch out for really, Hayley, there again, is just make sure you use the right type of ink so you're not smudging the ink with the water.
Absolutely, yes. So I used the VersaFine Claire, it was the Pinecone one.
Oh,
but obviously anything that's VersaFine, or I get confused, is it a dye base? Oh, it's pigment. Pigment ink pad that you want to use with your watercolour inks such as these ones. So I'm just adding in a little bit more brown, and obviously if you heat set this you can then build up the colours as you want to, but then in the set as well you then get all of your little bits and bobs, so you can use the shades of sparkle to ink up some of your little grass and add that to the bottom as well if you want to. We'll go into a bit more detail in the next hour there.
Okay.
But obviously if you then want to spritz it in between and get more of a watercolour effect, you can do. And if you really wanted to, like I say, you could mask off some of the area where you're going to pop your flowers. But then your little flower heads as well. This one is Grape Twist.
Do Now we are into the last minute, I believe, already of this show.
Wow.
Very quickly, just carry on, Hayley, because I don't want to interrupt you any further, but I'm going to say a very good evening. Well, it's evening here in the UK, but we've got so many wonderful viewers from America as well. So, of course, we are catering not just for the UK, but America and the whole of Europe as well. So it is lovely to have you on board. A big thank you again for everyone that's been emailing in, because I know we've been absolutely flooded with emails from everyone. Hayley, that is coming together so beautifully.
So you can see how your area will build up with flowers. Like I say, we'll go into more detail a little bit later, but then you can fill that out as you want to. Obviously, stamp those over the top as well.
Amazing. We've literally got seconds still. Come back at 8 o'clock. Scott's going to be with the Dreamees. See you.